It has been 43 days since Chris was last spotted in public. Welcome to the weekly update, and my name is GiBi. Bit of a short one this week. Chris did upload a video, but as I've been saying in these weekly updates, I'm going to be making individual videos for Chris's videos. Those are just going to take longer because the videos are longer. Got it? Alright. So we have Chris's Blue Sky account. Blue Sky is, of course, where he fled to when he decided that Twitter was just too mean because that mean old Elon Musk. So Chris, I don't know why I did a southern accent for that. So Chris goes, "Hey y'all." I guess that's why I did a southern accent for it. Chris's vaguely Southern Virginia accent. "Hey y'all, I am just putting this up as a friendly reminder to count your blessings. In a world where tensions can rise, it is always important to remember that in order to manifest the positive, one needs to remember to be kind to themselves, even if they are not perfect or in the bad. One can bring themselves out with addressing what is wrong within themselves, accepting what can't be undone, and vow to do better and good for themselves and unto others. Emotions are quite the thing to endure from time to time, and it takes a strong will to not let them keep you down, but it is doable. Such moments come and go, but it remains upon us to resolve when possible, and accept when it can't be undone, and how we respectively mature, develop, and respond in a more positive way that manifests the positive that is desired. Kindness and tough kindness is valid and good." So what I'm always interested about is, when Chris goes on these little God rants, what is it that has caused him to want to write this? Friendly reminder to count your blessings. Okay, so has he recently experienced something where he was reminded to count his blessing to someone he know, not valuing their blessings? You know, it's our resolve to accept what can't be undone in a mature way. Does that mean that Chris has done something and someone's not accepting him? Or is he just thinking back to his own life when he didn't accept things? We don't know. Now, it might not be that deep. It might literally be that he's watching My Little Pony and that the moral of the episode is to count your blessings, and he's like, "I shall state this, but in my King James Bible language that I half use." It's just something to think about. Alright, December 11th, Chris said, "Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, and Happy Holidays to everyone else in between and outside." So we know that Chris celebrates like normal Christmas, but I'm surprised he hasn't created like the sun is leaking. What on earth? I'm surprised he hasn't like decided on his own winter holiday. Obviously we have Christian Love Day, his birthday in February, but I'm surprised he hasn't made like Christmas 2, where people give Chris Chan presents because he's God. And that's the end of all of Chris's updates. I do have one story I want to go over, and I have a question I want to ask you guys. I'm going to start with the question. And that's in the last week or so, while looking through Chris's art that he's been selling on his Etsy page, I've noticed that the art that was featuring me has been sold. Chris originally wanted the Praetors to give it to me, but I said I didn't want it because cursed. But now it's marked as sold for like $200 to $300. That means one of you bought it. Which one of you bought it? I want to know. Because either someone just bought it because they wanted something to do with Chris Chan. They're like, "Oh, Chris drew this, I want a Chris Chan thing." Or it's someone who watches my channel who bought it. Who are you? The other option is that the Praetors took it down because it wasn't selling and they just marked it as sold as opposed to like unavailable or whatever. But I need to know. And the second thing going along with being cursed is the story of cursed sonichu medallions. This meme really started a couple months ago when Rekieta Law was arrested. You guys made fun of how I pronounced it last time. I get it now. It's Rekieta. Mr. Rekieta Law. Mr. Rekieta Law was a popular YouTube lawyer who then eventually kind of went down the rabbit hole of drugs. There's also stuff in there, I don't want to like tell a story wrong, there's stuff in there about like endangering his children and like just doing so many illegal drugs and just spiraling downwards and downwards out of control. But he had obtained a sonichu medallion right before this all started, and so people were like, "Oh my god, the sonichu medallion has cursed him." Since then, there have been a couple people noting like, "Oh my god, this person posted with the sonichu medallion, they're next." Like, I think iDubbbz had one, although that was like 8 years ago, so it doesn't really count. So the recent one, the reason I'm talking about it in this video for this week's update, is that very popular YouTuber Mudahar has now found himself under controversy. He released what many consider to be a very poorly researched video attacking another YouTuber, one he'd collaborated with multiple times before and who could have been, many people assumed, was considered to be one of his friends. Some sort of YouTuber commentary drama channel nonsense that I'm not fully caught up on. I do watch some Mudahar videos, And so I was made aware of the situation that, like, he didn't post for 2 weeks because he was getting made fun of by people who said that he attacked his friend for literally no reason. But it's definitely hurt his reputation. Like, I can't go anywhere on the internet without people complaining about him or saying, I'm unsubscribed. Or the 2 or so videos he's posted since then, the comments are just like, we know what you did. I can't believe you're doing this, blah, blah, blah. Whether or not it really matters, whether or not he actually did something wrong, I don't care. But what matters is that a lot of people, a lot of his fans, a lot of people in the public have turned on him. And Mudahar bought a sonichu medallion. So is the curse real? I did some investigating. He bought the medallion like 6 months ago, and as far as we're aware, this only happened like a week and a half ago, this little new controversy thing. So if the curse is real, it takes a long time to go into effect, so I'm gonna go on a limb and say probably a fake curse. Then again, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he did not exist. So who knows, maybe every single person who bought a sonichu medallion is cursed. There was that one review on Chris's website where someone said that buying the medallion saved them from a fire, so that's something. People are also saying that owning any form of a sonichu medallion will curse you. Like, I've been getting comments on all of my channels saying that having these in the background on my set is gonna bring evil darkness to me, even though these are Gino Samuel's medallions and not Chris's. So while there's not really that much evidence for the sonichu medallion curse, I will say there's definitely enough for me to not want to buy any of them. Obviously, I don't support giving Chris money, but I mean, like, anything that Chris has touched, right? Like, that's why I don't want the artwork. So if you did buy that piece of art, you have the Chris Chan curse and the GiBi curse. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at GiBi_Devin. Be sure to be nice to each other in the comments. Consider supporting the creators you most admire. My Patreon's linked below in the description. That kind of support really helps. And don't lose sight of the things that are important to you. Zap to the extreme. This is also not official Chris Chan merchandise. This is a fake thing from Amazon. It's not real. It's not cursed. I hope. I hope it's not cursed. Sonichu.exe, maybe?